So coming back to the topic of search engine marketing, we discussed about some major aspects like your importance of search engine optimization and your paid campaigns. So in which situation, which type of campaign an organization should go for. So now I'm starting the topic with some important definitions. Some of these terms you have already gone through, right? One important term is backlinks. What is that? How many of the other websites are actually having a link for my website? It could be some blogs, it could be some other websites which are having some references to my business and they are linking to my homepage. So such links are called inbound or backlinks, right? So what it actually holds value. Search engines are also looking for those websites which are popular. Popular, I mean to say, for which other companies are doing advocacy. Advocacy will be done only when my product is more trustworthy and I am certified, I am well recognized. Only then other companies will do some advocacy for my business, right? So that's why your backlinks, they have gained very significant importance in your search engine optimization activity. What is the homepage? First page of your website. Whenever the customer will type a URL, they will be shown your homepage. What is a robot.txt? That is a special file that has been created into your website itself. In a website where you have your various web pages, HTML files and PHP files. Along with that, we are having one robot.txt file. What this file will do, it will help you in stopping the search engines from scanning some part of your website which you don't want to be showcased on Spider. For example, the user registration page, when the user is entering their details and submitting that, so what happens? One special portal has been created for your user. A dashboard has been created for them where they can see their own contact details, their past orders, their payment history, blah, blah, blah. So many things you are providing to your customers on your website. But this part, I don't want the spiders to scan. Why? Because otherwise my customers' data will become public. I don't want to do that. So this kind of section of my website, I can mention on robot.txt. The technical team in your company who is taking care of website development and management, they will be knowing about this fact. But you should be very careful which part of my website should be stopped from indexing from search engines. Next very important term here is URL rewriting. When I create a website, there are hundreds of internal pages, and those internal pages will have the names which could be having some special characters like ampersand or star or question mark or anything else or hashtags, right? If you open amazon.com, so the homepage is having that URL www.amazon.com, but when you open an internal page, there could be some URL which is confusing, which is difficult to remember, right, for the users. So what we can do, we can simply change that to a meaningful URL. And strategically, I can put one important key phrase into your URL itself. So it will help you in your search engine optimization, right? So that is a small feature that you need to utilize for your organization. How the search engine works? There are two parts, on page and off page. On page factors, that depends on the content, what content you are sharing on your website, what is the structure of your website, what are the changes that you need to make in the HTML coding, how you are inserting various keywords in your website content. That is called organic or on page factors. What is off page factors? How many websites are actually linking to your website? So for that we are using social media as well as web PR. Web PR matlab online public relations, right? So in that we are actually going to various websites and resolving the problems of my existing customers or the queries of my prospective customers. That is called PR activity on the web, right? So what happens on social media also, I am sharing a post, and for further information, please visit www.xyz.com. So I am doing what? On social media, I'm sharing a post and bringing the customer back to my web page. That is called off-page optimization. More number of websites giving some link to your home page, it means that you are having some very, very important information. You are more credible. Your content is more trustworthy, right? So off-page optimization is important for your organization. For SEO, starting for SEO, we need to actually develop that psychology, search psychology. You should not think only as a business, but also as a prospective customer or existing customer. How my customer thinks, what are the problems that they might have, right? And what kind of content they would like to see on my web page, which link they would like to follow on my web page. They will come to my home page. So what are the important sections they might be interested in? So for those sections, I need to provide link on the home page itself, right? Content has to be optimized for important key phrases. Content optimization, I mean to say, suppose on the on one page, I have one special objective for having that page on my website. So what is that objective? I want to give the introduction of a maybe new mobile phone. So that mobile phone related keywords I need to identify, I need to put them on the significant places on my website itself. For example, in the title I can mention it, in the URL I can mention it, meta keywords, meta description, headings, all that I can utilize. In the later part of this session, we will discuss how to utilize your meta keywords on the website. Usage data also we need to check. Why the people are coming to my website? What are the search terms which are bringing customers to my website? What are the keywords that people are using? What are the keywords on Google or other search engines that are being used by people? I need to do my research, and accordingly I will do my optimization activity, right? So for that, there are several tools available. We are going to discuss them one by one. Okay. Technical challenges also we need to identify. What are the technical challenges? For example, my website is too heavy. So many of graphics, high value graphics, because they look very good, but that might be actually stopping the customers from browsing my website quickly. So those heavy graphics or any kind of animation will be actually attractive to some of the people who are able to see them. But what happens when the people are not able to load it because of the limitations of their internet connection or maybe their devices? So in that case, whole of the purpose of having a website will be defeated. So we need to be careful. We need to adjust whether we want to have more high quality content or we need to have more traffic on the website. One more important area, your images, animations, videos, they are visually appealing. Very good. But they are not readable by search engines. Search engine cannot read what is being shown on a graphic. Search engine cannot understand what you are speaking in a video. So for that, we need to deploy several strategies that we are going to discuss today, right? Information architecture. Whatever content you have planned for your website, you need to develop an architecture. I hope you have heard of this term called sitemap. Sitemap is a framework which defines that, okay, after my home page, what are the internal pages? On the home page, there could be like 10, 20 different internal pages which are important for my customers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide them link from the home page to the internal important pages, right? And from one page to another page, there should be links available. Why? Because the Google spiders, as well as the users, they will be able to search all your important pages with the help of hyperlinks only, whether it is in the menu or whether it is in the body text. So we need to use the links strategically. We need to do the well-researched key phrases. Key phrases we need to identify with the help of our research. For example, suppose you are a car rental company. Not everybody is thinking the same word. Some people might be looking for car hiring. Some people are looking for vehicle hiring. Some people are having different kind of search keywords. So we need to trace how my customer thinks. Accordingly, I will list out all those important keywords. There might be some synonyms, there might be some misspellings also, right? Or related keywords also. So we want to return the best results for a user. Just imagine, as an institute, GL Bajaj is offering PGDM course, but not everybody knows your PGDM. Some people are looking for postgraduate courses in management, or somebody who is looking for an MBA, right? Although we are not offering MBA, but that keyword is important for me. I need to strategically work upon that keyword and identify whether I want to bring the students who are looking for an MBA admission on my website or not, right? So we need to prepare that list of keywords, and we need to tap the mental process of the searchers also. How these